I've been asking myself a lot of questions recently, usually the same one over and over again. What the fuck happened to me? Hi again, guys, and welcome back to Group Therapy. You've definitely seen this woman before. She has a name, Sam, but no one calls her that. She's just the Samsung girl as far as most people are concerned. She is the new face of that company, whether Samsung likes it or not, and it has shaken me to my core. It's gotten me second guessing the loyalty I have to this rusting brick of a phone. I really had to consider, is it time for me to bat for the other team? That's probably why it's rusting in a brick. Then I realized I had never felt more like a cog in a machine than I do now. The Samsung girl is doing to us what we've been let be done to us for years. And now that I'm sad because I realized it's happening, you gotta hear about it. Before that, a lot of you have been asking, but I finally have another Discord server. It's been in the making for a while, but I'm finally ready to share it with you guys. It's that first link in the description. Go click that invite. If you join, you can be among the first to get notifications for my streams and videos. If you don't want to miss my content and be a part of this demon pit of a community, you should join both the Discord and subscribe with notifications on. And that's seeing as like half of you aren't subscribed, which really breaks this 70-year-old man's heart. Anyways, a fake 2D woman being the pearl in the internet's eye is not exactly something new, but since she's the most recent one, let's hone in on the Samsung girl. All it took was this studio light farm, which I think is associated with Samsung, dropping a couple renders of the Samsung girl taking selfies and smiling cutely into the fake camera. And to make matters worse, they gave us the 7-second clip. The thing is, these were just renders. They weren't even official Samsung material. No one knew exactly what she was going to be used for. The only official Samsung announcement around Sam is that apparently she's going to be a shop assistant in Brazil. And I gotta say, she is just not the same here. She went from mommy to soccer mom. At this point, though, Samsung is insane if they don't make her the face of more shit. It's free marketing that they'd be flushing into the sewer drain. And I think you know what I mean by free marketing. It took less than a day for the internet to go rabid and start barking at her on TikTok like she's a squirrel on the other side of the fence.
So hey, just gonna throw this out there. You're really cute.
Well, you know, my mom always said I was a cute kid.
Oh, a mama's boy, huh? I'll be your mommy.
It's been a bloodbath since. TikTok was just a part of what shot her up into the mainstream, and you know what comes after that. People drawing her getting shot up into. You know I can't show you any of these here, but by the butter churning in my asshole, do those adult artist motherfuckers work fast. Samsung girl had to have set kind of world record with the speed that her Rule 34 results increased. If you stumbled onto Samsung girl for the first time on that site, you'd think she's some storied classic character with a cult following that's been around for ages because of how much shit and how much variety in that shit of her there is. I am absolutely certain this has already tanked multiple relationships that were put on life support because of the vampire lady from Resident Evil 8. Don't worry, we'll get to her too. There's been a lot of people going around trying to start forest fires under people's asses by saying she's like 3 years old or something, and it's all complete bullshit. No official source has said she is any age or given any details about her personality. Like I said, she's technically not even an official Samsung mascot yet. But I think the real issue is that if she was a toddler, Samsung would be violating child labor laws. Like I said, this is not a new occurrence on the internet, not by a long shot, but, and it might just be me, but it feels like these fake women that we all ogle at on our computer screens are coming at us faster and faster. You remember Lady Demon Penis or whatever that I mentioned earlier? I forgot her name. Let's be honest, it doesn't matter. She's got big boobs, bigger feet, and she's taller than me. That's all that matters. I feel like she was all the rage just last month. Like people's balls were falling off for this woman. And in an instant, she was completely replaced, supplanted, and succeeded by Samsung Sam in the same month. It feels weird that it happened as quickly as it did. Like, Vampire Mom seemed like she had much more going for her initially, considering that she was an official release. Just the reveal trailer with her in it made everyone, including Markiplier, shit themselves over how tall she was. By that point, the game hadn't even come out yet.
I'm not one for objectifying, okay? It's a video game character. I think we can all have a little bit... Jesus Christ, okay? How many times have I said, I want a woman that could crush my head in between her thighs. Any part of her body could crush my head. And I know the part that you're thinking of, and that's just one of several.
People have been awookaing over her for ages, which definitely worked as a marketing tactic to boost Resident Evil 8 sales ahead of time. But then the game actually came out, and it was Overwatch porn all over again. People got their hands on her character model and started making even freakier shit on Rule 34, and some people, to keep the experience immersive, exclusive with mods for the game. My YouTube recommended was Set on Fire by all the stuff they were making the vampire do. I can't show any of these, so I'm gonna have Grolix use his artistic interpretation to put things that represent them on the screen. But there were naked mods, bondage mods, outfit mods, added fucking jiggle physics. It gets way more explicit than that, but I'm sure I don't need to keep going for you to get it. Guys calling people they're attracted to mommy, I feel like was just around the corner before all this vampire dommy mommy stuff came on. Freud is laughing in his grave. But I am convinced that the vampire girl's introduction into pop culture accelerated that process by at least a century. We've officially ruined both the words mom and dad. You might have heard this said before, but anybody from our generation who has kids is gonna have to have them call them my G or some shit. It would just be too weird not to at this point, man. These corporations are pulling on the shared depravity that we have as a society to make a quick buck. And if I had to look at Samsung stock in the last few weeks, I imagine it's gone up a bit. What they're doing is working. Their sales are boosting, and they're just beating this method into the ground, doing it more and more to milk it. At some point down the line, I truly believe we're gonna have a new fake GF to wank to every week. The only issue is that right now, they can't keep up. Supply is not reaching demand. In fact, our depravity and loneliness that they're using to flood some execs' pockets with cash is so strong that when we don't have a fake collection of pixels to make our readers go up that's spoon-fed to us by a company, we go out there and we find it ourselves. Enter Judy Hopps.
I'm not gonna touch you. Not until I have your written consent.
Zootopia came out 5 years ago, and there hasn't been any word on an official sequel since. The closest we get is that clip of Zach King as a furry from years ago, just getting recommended to us now. I swear to God, this will be the reason Disney decides to greenlight Zootopia 2. When they see how much community love there is for this character in multiple ways, they won't be able to say no. I cannot count on all my fingers and toes how many times I've just been casually browsing my For You page, and then full-on Judy Hopps bunny ass shows up in my feed. It's all because of these horny motherfuckers. TikTokers absolutely push the boundaries. Most of those bunny ass cheeks I've made you picture in your mind today are still up on the platform. Technically, nudity isn't allowed on TikTok, but they play it loose. It's more than one video I've seen on that app where the punchline is just some dude's ass hanging out at the end. Whereas on YouTube, you're dancing on a bed of hot coals that also has rusty nails on it at all times. If there is even a crumb of uncensored ass crack anywhere in your video, or just something that looks like an ass crack, you're dead. Sometimes even if you do censor it, you're still as good as a flayed corpse. My most viewed video, looking at every YouTuber's OnlyFans, demonetized for close to a year now. I only made money off that video for like the first 2 weeks it was up. The graph went from a mountain range to a flat line instantly. Fell off harder than I did in 2019. And you guys know that hurts me because all I care about is money. We don't even know if Judy Hopps canonically farts. That's just something the dude who made the video assumed. And he went from there. The rest was improv. Honestly, there's no real point in making this video. Nothing we do will stop this from continuing to happen because we're all going to participate anyways. This is more of a now that I've noticed it's happening, I can't unsee it meme, and I've cursed you to sharing that same fate as me because I don't want to suffer alone. I can't wait for the next Milf of the week. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Be sure to join that Discord server if you want an exclusive look at certain content I may be doing soon and to be a part of the wider Kwite community, which definitely exists. Subscribe with notifications on if you enjoyed. It's your life that you'd be saving if you do. Remember, don't go after anyone I talked about today. It helps absolutely no one when you do and just wastes everybody's time. You can follow me on twitch.tv/Kwite, where I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, on my second channel, Quote, where I post stream highlights, on Twitter @Kwite, on Instagram @Kwite.png, and on TikTok @KwiteTikTok. Anyways, this has been Kwite, and unfortunately, I'll see you next time.